Hey guys, so here's a couple of pics from the TV talk we went to. The other guys, Prof. Frank Murray, Dr. Mel Spiegelman was the one who was speaking, and he was just telling us about the TB Alliance and the great strides they've made in new drug construction for TB and resistant TB.
You saw in the film, and that is that treatments take too long, they're too toxic, and especially for drug-resistant TB, they cost way too much. They're unbelievable burden on the healthcare system. So those were the prime factors that really drove the strategy that I'm going to describe. So now let me switch gears a little bit to tell you against this backdrop of what was happening in the world with TB, and this is going back to the year 2000, the TB Alliance was formed. And this was due to really a calling to arms of about 150 organizations who met in South Africa and came up with what was called at that point the Cape Town Declaration in terms of how to tackle TB. And one of the elements of that Cape Town Declaration was to start a brand new organization that was to be called the Global Alliance for TB Drug Development to tackle the problem of getting new therapies for TB. There was virtually no activity going on at that point in time, and you may ask why, and the reason is unfortunately very simple. What drives the development of new therapies in this society around the world is the profit motive, very frankly. And TB is a disease of the poor, and not only of the poor, but of the poorest of the poor, and there is clearly not the ability, despite millions of cases of TB, to generate profit by putting in the amount of resources that it takes to develop new therapies for TB. And therefore, since the development of new products at that point was really within the purview of only the private sector, the decision was made to take this specific problem and put it in the purview of a not-for-profit organization whose goal would not be to make profits, but to develop the products that were needed and to make sure they were delivered. And that was the genesis of the reason for the formation of the TB Alliance. When we looked at all of the drugs that really were available at that time, and you've seen some of that actually, I think, well depicted in the film, they were all realistically poor drugs. It is hard to conceive of more than one or two of them really ever being used if they had to be developed today. For meaningful treatment of TB, you have to use multi-drug therapy. Ask the question, why is resistant TB such a big problem? Part of that problem, not all of it, but part of the problem is that TB has to be treated with multiple drugs in order to be successful and to prevent the emergence of resistance, which means that you can't solve this problem with just one.
Hey guys, so we are here in the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Never been here before. Super fancy building. They've been keeping this hidden. So I'm here with Dr. Mel Spiegelman, and he's been presenting to us about the TB Alliance and like the huge amount of progress they've been making. Say hi to the people. So my question to you is, what are you looking for from students? What is it you want from us as researchers? How can we add to the body of work?
What we need is passionate, enthusiastic, really smart students who are willing to devote themselves to an area that is so underserved that you'll find a ready and welcome home if you want to come here.
Great, thank you so much, and hopefully we will see more from you in the future.
I certainly hope so.
Great, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Hey guys. I want you in. Yeah, I'm here. So we're done. I'm super tired. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of that went over my head. There was a lot of numbers like PA82 and XY this, but ultimate take home, we can cure TB.
This is
Soonish.
research.
Soonish. Yeah, this is research. Steve's research.
And that's research.